friends, this is Rose from Couture Cakes by Rose and Etsy shop Couture Silicone Mold. So as promised, I'm going to show you guys today how I made this very pretty Hello Kitty. My not so little girl anymore, Daros, said that this Hello Kitty looks like somebody who's going to a ball. So anyway, to get started, we need a rolling pin, our ball tool, and I personally like this particular one because I'm gonna be able to use this and this for this project. I also need paintbrush with this tip, another paintbrush for my edible glue, halide knife. I need a plain round cutter. This one is 8.5 centimeters in diameter, and a fluted frilled round cutter. This one is 5 cm in diameter. I also need this tip to cut the eyes, and I don't know what number is this, but it is slightly bigger than the number 3 Wilton. See, so this is what I need. I also need some edible glue, some Crisco, toothpick, and pre-colored fondant. And I have here my pink, purple, green, and just a little bit of black, and of course my plain white fondant. And the colors I use to pre-color my fondant are electric pink by Def, electric purple by Americolor, electric green by Def, and this black Americolor gel paste food color right here is what we're gonna use to paint our whiskers. To get started, we're going to get a ball of fondant that's white, that haven't been colored, and we're going to shape it in this shape. So what I did is I rolled this into a ball, and then I made a teardrop shape, and then I flattened the bottom. Look, it's flat, and I also flattened the top a little bit. And this one stands at about 3 cm in height. So that's our body. So we're gonna leave it right there. And then we're going to take another ball of fondant, and we're going to roll this into this shape. I first rolled it into a round ball, and then I kind of flattened it to get it into this shape. And then once I get it into this shape, I'm going to take my ball tool, and then I'm going to make a little indentation right there and right there, and that's gonna be where my ears are gonna be. So then I'm going to use my thumb and pull it up the same way here, pull it up. And I want you guys to make that sharp right there. Now, once we've done that, I'm going to take my ball tool again, and this time I'm going to use this part, and I'm going to make a little indentation right there. Okay? There we go. And then I'm gonna make sure that my ears are nice, pointy and sharp. Just like that. Okay? Alright, so now I'm gonna set that aside. I will then take my purple fondant, and I'm going to knead this. And when it starts sticking, use a little bit of Crisco, rub it between your fingers and your hands. And I'm going to roll this to about 1 millimeter thickness. Then I'm going to take this cutter lay it on top of it, just right there. And I'm going to put the body of my Hello Kitty right in the middle of that, okay? Then I'm going to take my pink fondant, and the same thing I did earlier, I'm going to roll this to about 1 millimeter in thickness. Then we're going to cut that. Pick it up, and we're going to lay this on top, right there in the middle, on top of our Hello Kitty body. And this time we're going to kind of pull it down just a little bit. We're going to shape that like a dress. As you can all see, I'm working on it and making it look like a little dress. Right there. Okay, so that's almost done. I'm gonna move it just a little bit to that side. Alright, so now we have our head that we have to work on, and this is when our black fondant comes in handy. And remember, we don't need a lot, we only need a little bit. We're going to make the eye, and this is a little fiddly, but just bear with me. So use that little tip right there, and we're going to cut 2 of that. And we're going to attach this right there. Told you guys it's a little fiddly. And make sure that they're on the same spot. Ready to put our little nose on our little Hello Kitty face. I don't want to use yellow. I want my Hello Kitty to look a little different, so that's why I'm using green fondant. And our nose is about that in size. Okay, so if you are curious, it's about probably about that size. All right, so I rolled that, and then I'm gonna put it right there. It might help if we use a little bit of glue, right? Sorry guys, I forgot. And flatten it just like that. All right. So we're now ready to attach the head of Hello Kitty to the body. So this is what I want you guys to do. Take one toothpick and kind of measure if it's gonna be just right. If it's too long, then cut it. And I think it's a little bit too long, so I'm gonna cut just a little bit of it and put it right there in the middle. Push it down, all the way down, and then we're gonna take just a little bit of our edible glue, brush it around the toothpick, and then we're gonna attach our Hello Kitty head right there. Okay, so now we're now ready to work on our Hello Kitty's arms. So to do that, we're gonna take our pink fondant, and we just need a little bit for this, about that much, okay? And then I'm going to roll that into a sausage-like form, just like this. Cut that in half, and then shape it into a teardrop shape, just like this. Flatten this part a little bit. As you can all see, that spot right there is flat because that's the one that's going to attach right there, okay? And then I want to flatten this part too. All right, so then we're going to take our toothpick again, and we're going to make indentations right here, just like that. And this is gonna be your sleeve. All right, there you go. All right, so let's do that. This is gonna be the right side, so we're gonna do the left side. So the same thing, we're gonna flatten that area and make it look like teardrop. And then we'll flatten this part right there. All right. Then take our toothpick and we're going to make indentations for the sleeve. All right, there you go. So then we're going to attach that on each side. And to do that, to make sure that it doesn't fall off, I'll use some toothpick. So I need 2 of those. And I'm going to cut them into a little piece, about that long. And if you guys are curious, it's about, let's see, about an inch long. And I'm going to insert that right here on each side. And then another one. And if you guys encounter resistance, that's probably just because your toothpick are meeting in the middle. So just cut another one that's a little shorter and then try it again. There you go. Now we're going to brush a little bit of our edible glue around the side, And we're going to attach this now. There you go. Now to make the hands, those two right there, we need white fondant. We only need a little bit. And shape it into that shape. And again, cut it in half. And this is what it looks like, okay? Right there. Now, take your toothpick and we're going to make a little indentation on this spot right here. There you go. And do the same thing on your other one. That's gonna be our left hand, and this is gonna be our right hand. Okay, so remember, we made indentation on the inside part for our left side, and then the same thing for our left hand. We're gonna make indentation towards the inside part. There we go. Okay, now we're ready to attach this. And all we need is a little bit of edible glue. I'm gonna brush it right there. Now not too much because you don't want your hand to be sliding off. Okay, so we're ready to attach our hand right there. Alright, so to make our whiskers, we need our black food color and this brush tip, and we just need just a little bit of that. You have to be very careful doing this because you can mess it up. So we'll start in the middle, the middle whisker. Paint it right there. And then we're going to do the other side. To do our little bow, and that's very easy to do. Okay, so this time I also want my little bow to look a little different, so I'm using my purple fondant. I only need, again, just a little bit. And I rolled it, and now I'm shaping it into a sausage-like form while at the same time trying to flatten this side. Then, so that's flat, it's flat right here, and it's rounded on each side. I then take this ball tool, and this is why I love this ball tool, because it's so versatile. I can use it for a lot of stuff. I'm gonna take this, and this end I'm going to press that right there. Press and pull out. Press and pull out. Okay? So press, pull out, press, pull out. Alright, let's show. There we go. Press it down and pull out until it looks like a little ribbon. And then you can also shape that just like that, right there. There we go. Then we're going to attach this right here. Okay. So to make the little center button of that ribbon, I'm going to take a little bit of pink fondant, and I'm going to roll that just like this, and I'm going to attach that right there. And then I'm going to press it down, and then using this tip right here, I'm going to press on it in the middle, right there. There we go. So these are the two Hello Kitties that I made today. This is the one that I made earlier, as you can all see, because I wasn't working in front of the camera and I wasn't doing it in an angle. The whiskers are kind of even on each side and perfect. Now the other one, because I was working sideways, that whisker is a little bit off. But you guys got the idea on how to do it, and that's the most important thing. I wanted to show you guys how I made this one. So anyway, we're gonna look at the perfect looking Hello Kitty. She is so pretty. Anyway, this is Rose again from Couture Cakes by Rose, and that's the Shop Couture Silicone Molds. I'll see you guys again later. Mwah and bye bye.